was an interesting first half. It just seemed like sometimes near the end, y'all weren't all on the same page together. But then, of course, you got it rocking in the second half and stuff. Well, explain that from your vantage point.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, I thought we moved the ball well in the first half, but obviously left some points, especially in the red zone. I think you convert those. It's a completely different first half. It's a different feeling too. I think we were just off a little bit, and I think as a result left some points up on the field. But like you said, I thought the second half was a cleaner execution by us. So I think the biggest thing is just getting on those little errors early on.
Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Kyle, kind of building off that a little bit. I mean, last week you were so sharp. It didn't look like you were as sharp today. Was that the kind of feeling you had too? And if so, what was the explanation for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Minnesota was a good team. They're a good defense, and I think at certain points they made good plays. But I think the other side of that was we weren't as sharp, like you said today, on certain plays. And like I said, I felt like a lot of the drives we would move the ball, and we would just stall and have to kick a field goal instead of scoring a touchdown. And those are 4-point plays. So I think the biggest thing now is going back, watching the film, and why didn't we execute, especially early on.
Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
One game at a time. We get it one play at a time. But now that it's here, how much have you been thinking about the upcoming game? How much do you allow yourself to think about it over the last, say, 10 weeks or more?
Yeah, I mean, and I think we say we prepare for it 365 days a year, and I truly believe that. I think guys on the team, we think about it every day, especially the way the last 2 years have gone. So to be back kind of in the same position that we were last year with a chance to, right the ship, I think everybody's definitely excited for it without a doubt.
It looks like you came up limping at the end of the half there. Any aggravated injury there or anything?
No, I mean, obviously a little bit of a weird tackle there, but popped up and, just started moving on it, so I'm good.
Over to the right, Andy Backstrom, Letterman Row.
Kyle, Mecca really looked like a Mecca tonight in terms of just seeing that burst that I feel like he hasn't had just from the injury. Did you see that, and what's it like to have him back now as close to 100% as possible?
Yeah, I told Mec this. I thought this was the best he's looked since coming back from his injury. I thought he looked explosive tonight. Looked confident too with the way he was moving, and that was good to see. And I know he's been working his tail off to get back to this point. So to get him back, I think almost 100%. At this time is huge.
Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
Kyle, what are the most important ways you feel like you've improved from week 1 to week 11 in order to do what you have to do next week and win that game?
Yeah, I think every area, honestly. I think the biggest thing would just be that confidence level, having confidence in myself and my teammates around me. I think that was the biggest thing going back and watching that film from week 1. I would say, just a little bit of uncertainty. I think you can get as many practice reps as you want, but nothing is quite like those game reps. And so I think every week just been getting more confident, more comfortable in there. And, I feel like we're starting to get this thing rolling.
Cameron Teague Robinson, The Athletic.
Kyle, you mentioned Emeka getting back to his form, Trey's getting going. You now have kind of all the pieces we thought you might have all year. Is this offense starting to reach the potential you thought it might have in the early in the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of what I've been talking about all year. I feel like we've been making strides in the right direction, and especially early on in the year, I think there were times where everything was clicking and we looked really good. And I think now we're starting to be more consistent, which is big. So I think the challenge now, obviously, with the opponent that we have coming up is how can we just continue that, continue to elevate our game, continue to play at a consistent basis. And I think that's been the mindset all year, so just continuing that into this week.
Lori Schmidt, Columbus Dispatch.
Kyle, just how are you feeling physically?
Good. Yeah, I think at this point, week 11, I don't know if there's anybody on that field that's 100%, but I think the O-line has done a really good job of keeping me upright, and I feel good. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that you're doing everything you can during the week to get your body to tip-top shape to go out there on Saturday.
Stephen Means, Cleveland.com.
Kyle, you mentioned the losses the last 2 years in the Michigan game. Your role in this rivalry is very different this year than what it's been in the last 2 years, having to just watch it from the sideline. Is there any extra excitement or motivation and basically having a chance to impact that game the way that you maybe haven't the last 2 years watching it?
Yeah, 100%. I think, that's kind of been how I felt regardless of who we played. Just getting an opportunity to play this year has been special, and I think you take that and you can put that with the rivalry. You can't draw it up any better than that. And so to be 11-0 right now and exactly where we want to be, this is kind of the way everybody in the Woody envisioned the season going to get in this point. That's what you work for.
Got time for two more. Over here to the left, Joe Nugent, WCMH.
Another big game for Travion Henderson. What does he look like from your vantage point?
Yeah, I think like you said, another big game from him, and we needed it. I think there were times today where they sat in a too high shell and tried to take away the pass, especially Marvin. And when that's the case, there's going to be favorable run boxes, and I think Trey did his thing again today, which was huge. I think really springboarded the momentum in the second half with that big run and getting us going. And another week, and it doesn't surprise me what he does. The work he puts in is really starting to show.
And final question, Spencer Holbrook, Letterman Row.
Kyle, what does it mean to get that touchdown to Cade on senior day?
Yeah. That's my guy. And I don't know if there's a guy that is a tougher dude who works as hard as he does, who does the dirty work. And so to get him that touchdown, I think that might have been his last play in the shoe. It's pretty special. So I can't really quantify what he means to this team, but to have that moment was pretty sweet.
Great, Kyle. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, folks. Press.